It's a beautiful morning this morning. Out at Durbin Preserve, Julington Durbin Preserve, and starting out in the 50s, getting up to low 70s. So this is perfect hiking weather. I'll be out of here before it gets into the low 70s. Got Maverick with me today, if you can see him there. And we're planning to do 6 or 7 miles today. Not too much worried about him today. I didn't take him last weekend, it was so hot. But today it'll be in 60s during the whole hike. So we'll see how he does. Plenty of mud puddles, a big rain last night. Plenty of mud puddles he'll drink out of, I'm sure. So I'm not too worried. Anyway, we'll keep you updated. Come on, buddy. We got a long ways to go. There's a lot of people out here early this morning. This is a nice loop, about 5.5, 6 miles loops, but it has cut throughs across the loops. So a lot of walkers come out and they can make it a mile, mile and a half, 3 miles. And that's what most of them do. And then I continue past those loops and go all the way back to the back and loop around and come back, so I can do some of the crisscrossing and add miles to my loop. That's what we plan to do today. Is see if we can make 6 or 7 out of it and go back home and watch the Masters. You can see we get all kind of walkers out here, and which is great. It's a great area for whether you're hiking or walking, mountain bike riders, horseback, whole thing. See what I got to put up with all day. Stop, 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 stop. All day long. But he won't be making these walks shortly. Several weeks or so, the temperatures are going to start climbing. It gets in the 80s. It's a little too much for that long a hike with him, I think. Since he doesn't hydrate during the walk, I have to force it down him. So it gets a little hot, and I'll have to start walking by myself. It'd be hot just for me by myself. But it's good exercise. Makes you feel good when you finish. Hopefully you can help keep the weight down a little bit. And like I said in one of the other videos, I'm in my late 70s. Actually, I'm as late as 70s as you can get. And I don't plan marching into my 80s out of shape. I want to be in good shape since I'm healthy and feel good, so why not? There's nothing on TV, right? So I don't want to be a total couch potato. But we'll see. Things change when you get this age, though. Things can change fast, so take advantage of it while I can. Hope y'all are enjoying your day. This is one of the cutoffs. I'm going straight, but the majority of your walkers will come here, turn left here, cut across the loop, and double back. And I guess they get I don't know, they get 2 or 3 miles out of that, I think. And according to this next little blaze, we're 1 mile out from the trailhead. on the white trail and the yellow trail. I take the white trail all the way down, straight down, until it starts looping back. And then actually up in that section somewhere it turns into the yellow trail. So I continue on the yellow trail and that loops back and comes back into the white trail again and follow that pretty much all the way home until I get almost to the end. There's a red trail that goes down to the river. We may go down to the river when we get around there. That's after about 5.5 miles of hiking before we'll cut over to the river. But getting in this section where I am now, I won't see many people other than the long distance runners and cyclists and maybe a few horseback people that come back here. Most of them cut off back at the back fork back there. Yeah, this is another one of the cutoffs I was mentioning about. I think this is the one that you turn around and go back. It'll give you about 3.25 miles loop. And so a lot of people will come up to this one and turn around, especially runners. And then again, I'm trudging forward, still on the white trail. See the white and yellow blazes. Now we've got a yellow blaze that actually turns into yellow trail right here. And I'll follow this one around to the other side of the loop, and I'll meet back into the white again. So it's really a nice, there's a path over here. I don't know where that goes. I guess it cuts across as well. But we got yellow blazes, really well marked out here for anybody that needs to know. But I've been out here so many times, I don't really need the map. I got my Garmin GPS on. I got it working really good now, and it's tracking my progress, and I got the map on, as you can see, maybe, and it's tracking where I'm going, and says I got 3.3 miles to a turn. I don't know if that's correct or not, but I got it on just so keep used to using it, because I'm going to need it eventually in some of the areas I plan to go to. Well, on the yellow trail at the 2-mile mark and keep on trudging. Maverick is still with me, doing good. He hadn't marked as many trees today as normal, but just a couple minutes ago had a big deer come flying across the road in front of us. Boy, he was going full speed. I was looking behind him to see if something was chasing him, but he's gone. I've seen several out here. A beautiful sight though. This is where I normally turn left and go back and do the 5.5 or 6 mile loop. I've never taken this trail that goes straight, but Maverick and I are going to do that today and see what's down there. Add another mile to the trip maybe. I don't think it goes very far. It dead ends, pretty sure. Then you have to come back out this way. Yeah, this trail extension is different. It turns into a one-track trail where everything else has been double track. So it should be interesting. I believe this goes down, I don't know if it goes right to the river or not. Actually, the Julington Creek. Durbin's on the other side. Julington Creek and Durbin split in the big part of Julington Creek and go around this island. So I think this goes actually to Julington Creek. Whether it stops at the creek or short, I don't know, but I think we're gonna find out shortly though, hopefully. Well, this looks like a good place to turn around. Looks like it's at the end anyway. I could easily hopscotch that, but it looks like that's the end of the trip. All right, so we stopped kind of dead-ended there with some fallen trees. So we're gonna head back. So I guess this gives us about an extra mile coming down here, turn around and going back. And but this is a totally different section of the Julington Durbin Preserve. I've never been back here before, but it's nice, really quiet, single track. So it's really nice. It's beautiful back here. So we're on our way. I'll take a break with Maverick in a little bit. We got about 3 miles or so in. See if I can force some water down there. Of course, he drank out of a few mud puddles. We had a heavy rain last night for about an hour. It was heavy rain, heavy winds. So he's got some mud puddles out here to lick up today with fresh water. I've been using a selfie stick. It has a remote button on it attached to the handle, and I just lost it. This is the second one I've lost. It's really easy to, with your thumb while you're holding it, to just touch and record or stop whatever whatever you need to do there without having to, take it away, and then you have to edit the video and edit that part out. And now I've lost 2 of them, so I'm not buying another one. So it is what it is. But something else that this time of year hiking that you have to really think about, and when you're carrying your dogs out, is ticks. So ticks are, I'm sure, out here. I'll keep checking. Maverick is on a Revecto, which is a tick preventative, and so hopefully you'll be okay. But I'll check myself. I've soaked my socks, shoes, and when I wear gaiters for the shoes, and my shirt, hat, pants, shorts, everything in permethrin, which is a tick preventative for clothes and everything, and then I let that dry out. And it's good for about 6 washings, and then you have to coat them again. So I haven't seen, using that, I haven't seen any ticks yet. But I guess the hotter it gets, they're gonna be around, and it's something to really keep an eye out on. So in Florida, there's always something to, Florida's a different animal than a lot of states. But I'm in a pretty area now, and as you can see behind me, and I like this single track area. It's the only one out here that I know about. But we went all the way back to the end, and this side of the loop, it's a lot of flooded areas, but it looks like you can get around all of them. Maverick loves it, getting his feet wet and lapping up some water. We can kind of get around them. He hadn't keeled over yet from drinking out of these puddles. Pretty fresh water. It just rained last night, so hadn't been sitting there for days. Well, Maverick and I finished up a little over 7 miles today. Maverick was excellent. I think that was because he had water, fresh rainwater that he was able to get and get his feet wet and cool off. But the temperature had only got up to, not even up to 70 yet. So that was a nice day, just a beautiful, beautiful day for hiking. I felt really strong today. I felt like I could take a short lunch break for about a half an hour and fuel up, and I believe I could have done the walk again. And that's what I'm trying to do, is to work up to see if I can get 15-mile days carrying a backpack, and then hopefully graduate to carrying a larger backpack so I can do some backpacking and camping. So I have a heavier pack with sleeping equipment and food and cooking equipment and stuff like that. So I'm working up to it. Started a little late, I guess, but hopefully if the summer doesn't kill me with the hot weather, I'll be there shortly. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. Maverick had really enjoyed today, but he won't be able to do much more because it's going to get really hot, in several weeks, and it just probably just won't be good for him. Hopefully I can handle it. Anyway, it was a good day. Hope you enjoyed all the drivel I was doing. But if you're a beginner hiker, maybe you get something out of it. Catch you later. After I recorded that last section on the way driving home, and I got home, and Maverick was doing great. And we had lunch, and Maverick looked great, felt great. And then we both, by that time we were winding down, and both of us ended up kind of taking a nap. But when Maverick woke up, he slept for about 2 hours. And when he woke up, he couldn't even walk. I guess his muscles, his hips and everything were so sore after a 7-mile walk. He's done 5 and 6 before. I think that's the first time he's done 7, and he's been a little bit slow, but he was really bad off. Yesterday he could hardly walk, but he wasn't crying out or moaning or anything. So I just let him rest, and I had to just kind of force him to go outside to go to the bathroom before going to bed at night. But he seems to be doing better today, but he could hardly walk. He's probably 90% better right now. I've been taking him out in the back and letting him walk around some. I actually went out for a walk this morning, and he wanted to go out the front door with me. He didn't want me to go walk without him, but there's no way he could have done it. But anyway, that's just an update on the little boy, and he's doing fine now. But boy, he was hurting yesterday after that walk. So we're not doing that anymore. Anyway, it's getting too hot anyway, so I'm not going to take him on those long hikes. It's the first time I've seen him that bad. So I was that bad too, but I felt sorry for him. Anyway, he's doing fine, just an update.